subway problems. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on an E90 M3. This beautiful dark blue color with teehees. And we're going to be working on the interior. Particularly, we're going to be changing this dashboard. It doesn't seem to match the interior that he has here. Recaro bucket seats. This is Dirty Alpine's car, if you recognize him from Instagram with the cool pictures and reels that he posts. He has nice cars too. So this is the dashboard that we're going to be swapping. It's all black, so it'll match the interior of his car. So we took the ground out, and then we have this towel here so that if this accidentally falls down, it won't lock us out of the trunk. As far as the dash, we're going to start off with removing the cup holders and the glove box, as well as the steering wheel. This trim over here, which you just pry out. The center console as well, maybe the iDrive screen, the radio. We also have to take out the speedometer as well, which is going to be easier with the steering wheel off. I have a video on how to remove the steering wheel and how to install it back, so I'm going to link the video up in the top right of the description. If there's any videos that'll help out in this whole process, I'll just put it in the description down below. That way we don't have to film every single thing we're doing. So Patrick's removing the panels underneath. They are 3 T15 bolts underneath. And there's also 3 below on the driver's side. Boom, that shit. Start with taking these 2 pieces out, the trims, with a pry tool. I'm starting kind of right here and just loosening these. Once you have the top cover off loose, go ahead and start prying these parts of the bottom cover off. T25 to take out the clock spring, 4 of them. Yeah, thankfully. Right now we're just kind of taking a look through every single hole through the car that we can find that's holding the front center dash to the car itself. And there's probably a few that's underneath as well down here. So just take the time to look around, see wherever you can find any kind of fastener that's holding the dash in place. There's a hidden Torx bolt right over there. It's a black one. It's, I believe, a T20. As we shake it, it looks like it's mostly just bolts at the top that's holding it in place, maybe the A-pillars. There it is. Patrick's removing a little bit of that weather stripping so that we can get the A-pillar at least loosely off. T20 bolt. Okay, so dash is very loose now. We're trying to figure the next step out to taking it out. Where do you think we're hanging up on now? Is it the wires in the center?
It seems like there's some tension.
Okay, so something we're getting hung up on right now is the airbag connector for the passenger side. So right now, Patrick is using a pick to try to get the connector off. Okay. Hold on, another wire. Yeah. Okay, going towards you. You might need 2 people for this part. It's heavy. It's heavy and you don't want to scratch stuff. And there we are. About an hour and a half to get to this point. Not too bad. We're on good timing here. Got the dash out. This is where you want to look for any nuts and bolts you might have lost before we start fitting the new one in. This is everything we've taken out so far. And more stuff over here. This is the old dash right here. We're going to be reusing the glove box, but since the glove box doesn't match, what we're going to be doing is dyeing the leather black so that it matches this black dashboard. What you want to start doing is swapping over some things that you notice that aren't on the new one yet. Some of these are cracked and kind of crumbly. For example, this one here is, so I'm just taking some of these over and placing them in. To take them off, it's pretty easy. You just flip them horizontal or vertically and then pull them out, because this is what it looks like underneath. A few things we'll need to swap over is going to be this one right here, which you just flip it out from the back. The speaker, if you have it. He doesn't have the speaker. The new one has the center dash speaker. We do have to get this cage out, which is pretty simple. It's just a couple screws. We can put that right there. Okay, so I've got the dashboard in place. We're gonna start slowly putting it back in and trying to line up to all these bolts over here and the fasteners that it hooks up to. This is gonna take a little bit of trial and error to kind of line everything up. So just take your time and be patient. We'll get there. I got the dashboard loosely on. Now we need to start fastening these bolts right here. I think they're T20s. They kind of just have to line them up over there into their respective brackets. There's one over here. We also have the 2 over here, 10mm bolts that hold that center dash in place. So we're using some leather paint instead of leather dye. And we're just gonna do a couple layers. This is the first layer right now. It's already looking pretty solid. So this paint is used for sneakers generally. We got it from Michael's, flat black. And this is what it looks like right now. And we'll get back to you after we get those 3 layers and let it dry. Okay, so Patrick just finished applying 3 coats of the leather paint, and it looks like OEM here. You can't really tell the difference. Very nice, very clean. So we're gonna let it fully cure, which is about 24 to 48 hours. We can reinstall it, but we just don't want to touch it too much. All right, so this is the new trim and the new dashboard all installed. He also wanted a new steering wheel that he had bought, so we did that for him as well. We painted the glove box down there black to match the rest of the interior. Installed the red start stop button, the red M button right here. 6-speed manual, M gloves, Recaro seats. This is what a nice interior looks like for an M3. Perfect example. Even up close, the dyed leather looks really good. Just a slight color difference, but down here you're not really going to notice until you look closely. But it looks great, honestly. Alright, setting off in the E90 M3 6-speed manual. Nice. So far I don't hear anything. I just hear like kind of some rumbles in the back. Yeah, like creaking in the back, but we didn't touch the back, so interesting. It maybe just needs like some gummy fledge or something back there.
There's creaking everywhere.
Yeah. Well, you were driving it earlier. Did it have creaking too?
Yeah.
Okay. For like a car this age. I mean, this is 92,000 miles, so it's gonna have something. But I'm listening close.
It seems fine.
Yeah, it seems fine. The dash seems fine. It still works. Yeah, he made a good decision in going with black, because I can see why. Like, everything else is black, including the door cards, but this right here in the front is brown. It kind of messes with the theme, the aesthetic of the car. So kudos to you, Francisco, for choosing this. This is such a clean look. It'll add to the resale value of the car too as well. And it sounds totally fine. I don't really have any, I don't hear anything. What about you?
No, it feels fine actually.
Yeah. Like slight creaks and rattles, but it's mostly in the back. But even that's kind of going away too as the car warms up a little bit. Comment down below what you guys think of the new dashboard. I think it looks excellent on this car. Super clean car, 91,000 miles, E90 M3 with the 6-speed manual transmission. And those TEs. One last look at the inside. Super clean. My favorite thing is these Recaro seats. Perfection.